In the world of secrets, betrayals, and complicated relationships on The Young and the Restless, Kyle Abbott's engagement ring for Claire Newman could be more than just a symbol of love. It could also be the source of a whole host of unforeseen complications. A proposal could spell more trouble than a happy marriage, and for Kyle, this decision could be a risky move in his already tumultuous life. Kyle and Claire's relationship has been through its fair share of trials, but as their feelings for each other grow deeper, Kyle realizes that he may be on the verge of a long-term commitment. However, that doesn't mean everything will be smooth sailing. While Kyle may feel like he's ready for a big step in his life, those around him, especially Victor and Summer Newman, aren't so accepting of his decision. A new relationship and intriguing views. Kyle can't deny that his feelings for Claire are growing stronger by the day. Although he's not sure if he's truly in love with Claire, he knows that his feelings for her are getting stronger. His decision to propose to Claire is not only a bold move, but also a major milestone in his romantic journey. But is this the right time to declare his love and commit to a long-term future with her? As everyone in the world of The Young and the Restless knows, big decisions are often influenced by external factors, and Kyle is no exception. Complications begin to arise when Kyle's ex, Summer, can't easily accept the fact that Claire is entering Kyle's life and may become an important part of it. Summer has always had a strained relationship with Claire, and she doesn't let Claire take her place in Kyle's heart easily. True love or not, Summer can't accept the possibility that Kyle could love someone other than her. Plots, angry conversations, and tense moments can arise as Summer feels threatened by Claire's presence in Kyle's life. Proposal, love or plot? Kyle understands that proposing to Claire could have unintended consequences, but he also knows that it's an important step if he wants to prove his love and commitment. However, with Kyle's strong-willed father Victor never easily accepting any relationship without his approval, this proposal may not be well received. Victor, with all his meddling, may find a way to prevent Kyle and Claire from getting together, no matter what the reason. Will Kyle have the courage to stand up to the opposition from Victor and Summer, who have always had a profound influence on his life? Perhaps, Kyle will have to make a strategic decision to protect his relationship, while proving that he is not a man to be manipulated. But can he do this without facing serious consequences? Complicated relationship and hidden conspiracies. There is no denying that the love between Kyle and Claire is not as simple as it seems. In this world full of intrigue and betrayal, their relationship is facing more difficult challenges than ever. Kyle and Claire are at a crossroads in their lives, and this engagement ring could be the sign of a bright future or the cause of irreparable conflict. While Kyle is in the process of finding answers to the question of whether he truly loves Claire, the relationships around him become more complicated than ever. The intervention of Victor and Summer could create chaos that Kyle could not have imagined. His every move is being watched, and the decision to propose could become the biggest challenge of his life. As anyone who watches The Young and the Restless knows, nothing is certain in the lives of these characters. A proposal can bring great joy, but it can also open the door to never-ending battles. As the engagement ring becomes the center of a struggle for power, love, and loyalty, the only question left is whether Kyle can stand firm against all the challenges that lie ahead. Kyle's choice will determine not only his future with Claire, but the future of the relationships he has built. Will the engagement ring become a symbol of true love or just a sign of a never-ending war between the scheming characters on The Young and the Restless? A proposal and doubts. Are Kyle and Claire really ready for marriage? In the complex and secretive world of The Young and the Restless, Kyle Abbott and Claire Newman's relationship is at a crossroads. An engagement ring, a symbol of love and commitment, could be the bond that binds them together, but it also carries with it the potential for a breakup. Doubts about Kyle's feelings, sincerity, and motives are emerging, leaving Claire worried that this move may be too hasty and not the right decision. As Kyle and Claire's love deepens, the biggest question Claire faces is whether Kyle is truly ready for a long-term commitment. This is not just an emotional decision, but also one that involves the power dynamics around them, especially with Victor and Summer Newman. These factors make Claire even more skeptical about Kyle's true motives and whether their relationship can lead to marriage. A slowly changing relationship. The love story between Kyle and Claire is not a simple one. Although the two have shared many sweet moments, their connection is still very ambiguous. While Clare can feel that her feelings for Kyle are real and deep, Kyle is in a state of uncertainty. He knows that he has feelings for Clare, but is it true love? Are these feelings strong enough to lead to marriage, or is it just a whim at the moment? This leaves Clare feeling confused and worried. Though she doesn't want to admit it, she begins to wonder if Kyle's proposal is the decision of a man who truly loves her, or just a way for him to prove something to Victor and Summer, who have always had a strong influence on Kyle's life. These insecurities constantly haunt Clare, making it difficult for her to focus on the love she believes is right. Doubting Kyle's motives as the son of Victor Newman, Kyle has always lived in the shadow of his father, a powerful and scheming man. Victor has always tried to interfere in his family relationships, and Kyle, despite his efforts to distance himself, cannot avoid his influence. Kyle's relationship with Summer, his ex, complicates things further. Not only is Summer the one who once had a deep relationship with Kyle, but she also always tries to maintain her influence over him. Clare can't help but suspect that Kyle's proposal may be a way for him to prove to Victor that he can make his own decisions and isn't always dictated by his father. She worries that Kyle is trying to prove that he is mature and capable of taking on the responsibilities of a family, but is his love for her sincere and deep enough? Clare's concerns: is this the right move? For Clare, Kyle's proposal may be a step too fast. She isn't sure if this is the right time for them to make such a big commitment as marriage. Clare is not only worried about Kyle's feelings, but also doubts the haste of this decision. She feels that Kyle's commitment to her is not deep enough to warrant marriage. If Kyle truly loves her, why is he so uncertain about this decision, and why does he face opposition from those around him, like Summer and Victor? This leaves Clare confused. She begins to wonder if Kyle is truly ready to share his life with her, or if he is simply trying to prove that he can overcome his father's control and Summer's influence. This makes her even more suspicious of his true motives. She does not want to be a part of the power play between the Newman family members, and she does not want their relationship to be a test of these struggles. Kyle's ambiguity and Clare's insecurity. Clare cannot help but sense Kyle's ambiguity. The proposals, while sweet and meaningful, cannot hide Kyle's hesitation. He wasn't sure if he was truly in love with Clare, but he felt like he was getting to a certain point in their relationship, and that perhaps it wouldn't be long before he was truly ready to declare his love and propose to her. However, it was this hesitation that made Clare feel insecure. She didn't want to be part of a relationship without a real commitment from Kyle. She didn't want to be the one waiting and hoping for an uncertain love, and she didn't want to make a decision that might change in the future. If Kyle truly loved her, why couldn't he be sure about their future? With all these doubts, the engagement ring may not be the sign of a happy future that Clare expects. Instead, it could be the one that breaks their relationship apart. A hasty decision, without careful preparation, could lead to a marriage full of unresolved issues. If Kyle cannot prove his true love, if he cannot create a solid foundation for their relationship, this engagement ring could be the wrong step in their lives. So will Clare accept this proposal? Can she trust Kyle's love and be ready to enter into a long-term commitment, or will she continue to doubt his motives? In the world of the young and the restless, nothing is certain. Every decision carries risks, and this engagement ring could change not only Kyle and Clare's lives, but also the lives of those around them who have and are impacting this relationship. In the intrigue-filled and complicated world of the young and the restless, Clare Newman and Kyle Abbott's relationship is threatened by the intervention of their powerful father, Victor Newman. Although Victor has promised not to interfere in his son's relationship, a proposal from Kyle could change everything. With his personality and power, Victor is not one to give up easily when he decides something, and the relationship between Clare and Kyle will be no exception. When an engagement ring becomes a part of this love story, things can change quickly, and Victor will not hesitate to intervene to ruin their plans for happiness. Clare and Kyle's relationship, a challenging relationship. Kyle and Clare's relationship, while romantic and hopeful, is not easy. With the shadow of the Abbott family and the strong influence of Victor Newman, their love faces countless challenges. Although Clare and Kyle have their sweet moments together, they cannot escape the scrutiny and interference of those around them, especially Victor. Victor, the head of the Newman family, has always believed that he has the right to control the relationships in his family. And although he seems to have agreed not to interfere in Kyle and Claire's relationship, this is only true as long as everything is under his control. However, once Kyle's proposal comes, it will be the moment when Victor can no longer keep quiet. Victor Newman, the powerful and scheming father. Victor Newman is not a man who accepts defeat easily, and when he wants something, he will do anything to achieve his goal. The promise that Victor made to Clare that he would not do anything to sabotage her relationship with Kyle may be just a vague promise, not worth much in the long run. When new factors come up, such as Kyle's decision to propose to Clare, Victor will not hesitate to change his mind. No one in the Abbott or Newman families could have expected that a proposal from Kyle would become a trigger for Victor to act. With a strong and determined personality, Victor cannot accept his son going further in his relationship with Clare if it might affect his plans and strategies. And if Kyle really proposes to Clare, Victor may be even more determined to break up their relationship, despite all the previous promises. Reasons behind Victor's intervention for Kyle: proposing to Clare may be an emotional decision, a big step in his relationship. However, for Victor, this is more than just a simple love story. For him, Kyle marrying Clare could cause a series of major problems in his family and career. Victor has always sought to control everything in the family, from the company to the personal decisions of his family members. Kyle's marriage to Clare could change what Victor has planned, and he cannot let that happen. In particular, Clare is not the person Victor considers suitable for his son. In Victor's eyes, Clare may not be the only person who can bring stability and success to the Abbott family. This makes Victor worry not only about Kyle's relationship, but also about Clare's ability to influence major decisions in the Newman family. This relationship could disrupt Victor's plans and change the entire family situation. Clare and Kyle's relationship, doubts and difficulties. Although Kyle and Clare have had their sweet moments, their relationship is not easy. Clare, although in love with Kyle, also has worries and doubts about his motives. Does Kyle really love her, or is it just a way to prove something to his father, the Newman family, or even Summer, his ex? These doubts become even more evident when the engagement ring appears. Clare can't help but feel insecure when faced with Kyle's proposal. She fears that the relationship is not strong enough to lead to a lasting marriage, especially with Victor's interference. Can Kyle really commit to her, or is he just trying to prove to his powerful father that he can make his own decisions in life without too much supervision? All these doubts will make Clare rethink whether to accept Kyle's proposal or not. And if she doesn't accept, will it make things even more complicated? Victor's game: can Clare and Kyle's relationship be destroyed? Victor, for all his cunning and influence, will never accept this relationship easily. If Kyle decides to propose to Clare, Victor will not hesitate to take drastic steps to disrupt this plan. He will seek to seize control, and anyone who can threaten his plans, including Clare, will face strong resistance from Victor. While Kyle may think that the proposal will make his relationship with Clare stronger, the reality may be the opposite. Victor not only wants the relationship to end, but may also seek to bring Clare and Kyle into an irreversible conflict. This is a battle that Victor cannot lose, and he will do anything to achieve his goal. Conclusion: a new power war? As the engagement ring becomes a piece of the puzzle in Kyle and Clare's relationship, a new power struggle will erupt. While Clare and Kyle may be deeply in love, their relationship will not be free from Victor Newman's interference. And in the world of the young and the restless, where love and power are always intertwined, Kyle and Clare's decision will not be a simple proposal. It will be a never-ending battle, where love and family intertwine with the intrigue and machinations of a powerful father. When Kyle's proposal takes things to the brink. A tense tale of jealousy, conspiracy, and disaster. The relationship between Kyle Abbott and Clare Newman seems to be on the rise, but there's one thing no one can predict: Kyle's engagement ring may be more than just a symbol of love, but also the cause of a series of dramatic events and conflicts. Clare and Kyle's love may face great challenges from those around them, especially from Summer, Kyle's ex, and from his powerful father, Victor Newman. When Kyle decides to propose to Clare, things may change in a way they never imagined. With Summer's strong and determined personality, an engagement to Clare is not simply an event in Kyle's life, but a potential threat to Summer, who will not easily accept Kyle moving on without her. This could push Summer over the edge and make her ready to throw everything at her. A summer that predicts emotional storms this summer could turn out to be one of the worst summers of Clare and Kyle's lives. Plans for a happy marriage that seemed so close at hand begin to unravel amid intrigue, jealousy, and unforeseen tensions. While Clare is living in the joy of a new love, she can't help but worry, especially when she senses jealousy rising from Summer. Kyle's proposal, if not carefully planned, could be the biggest rolling stone that could destroy everything Clare and Kyle have built. Summer, unable to bear the thought of Kyle marrying Clare, takes drastic measures to prevent the wedding. More than just jealousy, Summer will begin to admit that she can't let Kyle go, and losing him will be something she can't accept. All of Summer's patience and concessions will disappear, replaced by a determined Summer, willing to do anything to get Kyle back. She doesn't just want Kyle back, she wants to prove that she's the one who deserves him. Summer and Victor, two fearsome conspirators with her determination, Summer won't stop at just showing jealousy or anger. She will begin to devise more complex plans, looking for ways to destroy Kyle and Clare's happiness. And when she realizes that she can't fight alone, she will seek to ally with Victor, Kyle's father, who has great power in the Newman family and can do a lot to stop this marriage. Victor Newman, as everyone in the world of the young and the restless knows, is a man who never lets go of control. With Kyle about to get engaged to Clare, Victor won't sit idly by. He may have promised Clare that he wouldn't interfere with her relationship with Kyle, but if the engagement ring materializes, Victor will see this as an opportunity to once again interfere in his son's life. Plus, Summer and Victor's partnership could be a cunning and strategic alliance, making things more dangerous than ever. Victor will see this as an opportunity to once again interfere in Kyle's life, without being too obvious. If Summer is willing to play dirty to win Kyle back, then Victor won't hesitate to support her in her plans, knowing that once Clare becomes Kyle's wife, his relationship with his son will change forever. Despite Clare's efforts to maintain faith in her relationship, unfortunately, her engagement to Kyle may not only lead to happiness but also to a nightmare. Clare begins to feel the strain from the outside. Although Kyle has convinced her that he loves her and wants to build a future with her, the challenges from Summer and Victor may put her in a difficult position. Can Clare handle all the scrutiny and constant intrigue from Summer and Victor without feeling exhausted? Clare and Kyle's relationship will not be easy. She knows that to maintain her happiness and commitment to Kyle, she will have to face greater challenges, not only from those around her but also from her own doubts and jealousy. As her life with Kyle becomes more complicated, she will have to decide whether she can continue to trust in Kyle's love and move forward, or whether the conflict around her will cause everything to collapse. Happiness and disaster, wedding or collapse? Clare and Kyle's future may not be what they expected. The proposal may be a major turning point, but it could also be the start of a painful and dramatic chain of events. Their relationship could be threatened by outside interference, Summer's jealousy, and Victor's schemes. If they're not careful, this proposal could lead them to disaster rather than happiness. This summer may not be a beautiful one for Clare and Kyle. A long-awaited engagement could turn into a power struggle, where love and family clash with dark conspiracies. And as all these factors come together, Clare and Kyle will face the biggest question of all: can they overcome all these challenges and truly find the happiness they deserve?